Hi, boys and girls, and welcome back to our grade 3 ELA class where we read from collections, and today we have a legend. A legend called How Two-Feather Was Saved from Loneliness. Written and illustrated by C.J. Taylor. Here we go. Long ago, the earth was a cold and lonely place. No one knew how to make fire. There were very few people, and they wandered far in search of food. Two-Feather was lonely and hungry. All winter long, he had met no one. All he had to eat was the bark he cut off the trees and the roots he dug out from under the snow. He was glad when at last spring came. The sun grew warmer and the ice melted from the lakes and rivers. As he knelt to drink from a rushing stream, he caught sight of his face in the water, and he felt lonely again. How I wish, he thought, I could see another face. I think he's gonna regret saying that. I see the next picture. It's a little scary. Dun, 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 dun. To forget his loneliness, Two-Feather lay down to sleep on the soft moss. He was awakened by a voice calling his name. He was afraid to open his eyes and find it was only a dream. But the voice came near. But the voice came again, and the rustle of leaves told him someone was near. Dun, 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 dun. He opened his eyes and was frightened to find a strange figure above him. His fear passed as he saw a woman, lovely as spring, with long, soft hair. He held out his arms to her, but she moved away. He tried again and again to touch her, but always she stayed just beyond his reach. All day he followed her. At nightfall they came to a lake. He could not get close to her. So he made a drum, and in the moonlight sang of his love. Please, he begged, I am so lonely, and you are so lovely. Stay with me, and I will love you and look after you forever. I'm worried about where this is going. I have come to look for you, to look after you, Two-Feather, she said softly. If you do what I say, you will never be lonely again. What would you have me do? He asked. Follow me, she said, and turned away. He followed her over the mountains, through the forest, across the streams, always afraid she would get away from him. If he tried to catch up with her, she hurried on ahead. But when he grew tired or hungry and slowed down to rest or eat, she waited for him. After many days, they came to a vast meadow. At last she stopped and rose up into the air, hovering over him like a bird. Two-Feather, she said, gather some dry grass into a little pile, then take 2 sticks and rub them together. This may work out, but it's still a little bit, I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Soon sparks flew. The little pile of grass caught fire. Then a tall grass, and soon the whole meadow was ablaze. Two-Feather had never seen fire before, and he was frightened. Would it spread forever and destroy the earth? But the soft voice reassured him. "It will be all right, Two-Feather," she said. When all the grass in the meadow had burned and the fire died down, she spoke again. "Now, take hold of my hair and pull me over the burned ground." Oh my. "I cannot do that," Two-Feather protested. "I cannot hurt you, for I love you." "If you love me, Two-Feather, you must trust me and do as I say," she said gently. Two-Feather did as she asked. He pulled her back and forth over the burned meadow. Her hair in his hand was softer than anything he had ever felt before. She seemed to grow lighter and lighter as he pulled. When he finished and turned, she was no longer there. But where he had pulled her, green shoots appeared. It was the first corn ever grown. As the corn grew tall and ripened, people found their way to it. Now they no longer had to wander in search of food. They built houses and a village. Two-Feather married and had children. He was no longer lonely, but he never forgot the corn goddess. Each summer, as he held the first ears of corn, he felt in his hands again the softness of her hair. Okay, well that's our legend for today. And you know, with legends, sometimes they're interesting, sometimes they're unusual, and sometimes they make sense. Depends on your perspective, I guess. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.